Good evening, Beer Fan TV. Welcome to another video. Tonight we are going to Italy. We've got Menabrea. I almost said in the perfect draft. Nowhere near the perfect draft. But we are going to be looking at Menabrea. We're going to put it in the glass. We'll do the little beer scores and reviews like we always do. I'll tell you what I think of it and tell you if I think it's worth a purchase or not. So if you want to join us, pull up a pew, get yourself a food, whatever you want to do. Let's get into it and have a look at Menabrea. Yes, so that's it. We're going to put it in the glass. I know what you're thinking. That is a lovely glass. Where did you get that from? So I got it from Garage Bar, and you can get one too. Use the code you can see on the screen, because that gets you 10% off. But have a look on the website. They've got all the beers. They've got loads of different all the beers. They've got all the glasses for all the beers. And if you can't find the one that you want, use the little search bar at the bottom. You can message them. They'll try and find it for you. But I love looking at the accessory section. I look at it all the time. So I bought loads of stuff from there. They've got beer mats, runners, everything to have a little cool little home bar set up. You don't have to have anything like this, but you can actually put it on your kitchen side when friends come over when the football's on, maybe. But get in quick because it's Christmas time. And people buy stuff like this for themselves, for friends, for girlfriends, partners, whatever it might be. It's going to sell out. So don't miss out. Don't be last. Get on there. Have a look. Use the code. But anyway, Menabrea. I said perfect draft again. No, not at all. It's near it, not on it. Value for money section of the reviewing. So how much did I pay for it? I want to say about £2.60 I paid for it. And it is a 660ml, 4.8% lager, and it's genuinely brewed in Italy, which is a bit of a rarity these days. There are other beers out there, Birra Moretti being one. They do an Italian style one. I think it's got Italian sea salt or something in it. But it's actually brewed here in the UK, where this is actually an Italian brewed beer. So for £2.60, bearing in mind, I think the Birra Moretti is a very similar price, similar size bottle as well. This is going to be better. I've had it before. Trust me, it's better. So I think price-wise, value for money, I think it's priced at a good price for what it actually is. I wouldn't turn around and say, paying £2 for a bottle of this, I'd say is amazing. But paying £2.50-ish for it, £2, something like that, I think you're laughing. So value for money, I'm going to rate it. We do beers now. I'm going to rate it. I'm going to rate it 4 beers. Next thing, availability and info on the beer. So I think most supermarkets stock it. Most of us have a Tesco near us. So I think it's quite easily accessible. It is a proper Italian brewed beer. And so I think based off the back of that, and it's good strength at 4.8%, I'm going to give it 4 stars. I think why wouldn't you give it a good rating? Next thing is we've got to get the beer in the glass. So we're going to use the cap gun. You can get yourself one of these as well off of Amazon. And you can have great fun with that. And beer in glass. There we go. Carbonated. I don't want to top it all up, so I want to be able to swish it around a little bit if I need to. So it's a lovely clear beer, very lively. The glass itself is slightly nucleated, so you are going to get a little few bubbles in it. Lovely frothy white head. Shtick-wise, head-wise, builds a lovely head. We'll find out how long it lasts. Lively, bubbles in it. I think so far pretty perfect, isn't it? I'm probably going to turn around and give that head shtick type review. We'll give it 4. And we might change that towards the end if it starts to drop. Next thing is taste. So taste. So I've gone onto their website to have a look at the tasting notes to see what we get from it. And what it should be is a pale lager, 4.8% beer, balanced with a taste of notes of citrus, bitter tones, florals and fruit. It's a complex, malty and hoppy taste, known for its head retention. So there you go, should be scoring good on that. Let's go in there, let's have a look. Cheers. It's so good. It's so refreshing. And it's not dry. Okay, so it does have a slight floral taste to it, a bitter tone as well, a little bit bitter, but not overbearing. It's actually got quite a nice body to it as well. It's not too thin. What it has got to it is that continental sort of back taste to it, which I think you struggle to get with a lot of beers. So this week I went and played a bit of snooker, and they had Beck's. It must have been a Molson Coors pub because they had Beck's. What's the one they had? Madry, and anyway, a couple of other crap ones. And I said to the guy, I'll have a Beck's? And he said, mate, it's out. So I had Madry. Sat down with it, and I'll be honest, drinking it, like the taste just falls off a cliff. There's nothing. You get a little bit malty bit, and it just drops off a cliff, and you're like, this stuff is crap. It's even crap in draft. You know, you drink it out of a bottle, awful. But this has got that little bit. It's got that depth of taste to it, a little bit of a bitter back end to it. Really nice, quite refreshing. Definitely a dark meat food pairings. I would definitely have this kind of with meat, barbecue. Definitely very refreshing. Summertime beer, 4.8%. So it's a bit punchy. Very nice. So citrus note is slightly citrus to it. So the first time I had this was a couple of years ago. I was back when I was trying different beers. I didn't really know what I was buying. I remember thinking it had a hint of to me, the floralness of it had a bit like an IPA taste to it. I remember thinking this is a bit of a mixture between an IPA and a beer. And I still think the same now. It has got that little bit of a balance to it. If you're someone that finds lagers and stuff very bland and quite boring, this is something a bit of an in-between. If you're someone that's looking to venture into IPAs but finds some of that grapefruit and stuff a bit overbearing, this is a good one because it is a bit like a gate entry one. Slight florals, definitely floral tones to it. Citrusy, yes, I'm getting citrus on it. Definitely getting citrus on it. It's just a really enjoyable beer. One of the best ones I think Tesco probably sell in that 3 for 6, because a lot of it in that 3 for 6 is Moretti. It's the crap stuff. A lot of crap beers in there. It's a lot of the stuff that's brewed here in the UK under license, and it's just boring. Where stuff like this, you might walk past it thinking it's a bottle of wine. It's definitely not. It's a beautiful beer. Really nice and Menabrea beer. So I've gone off task here. And one thing it does say actually on here, when I looked up the notes and see if I was going to get those, it does say it's known for its head retention, and it's not actually been too bad, has it? On draft, it might be a little bit better, but give me a little waz up, look. It ain't too bad at all. We're not getting a lot of shtick, but that could be the glass. They have to be, some people say they have to be, really clean to do that, but it's a really good, enjoyable beer. So I think rating wise, taste, I really like it. I'm going to give it 4 stars. If anyone says, and why? Because it's got florals, it's citrusy, loads of different flavours to it. Anyone that sits back and says it's a crap boring lager, I don't know if you've drunk a boiling hot cup of tea before drinking it, because there's taste tones you're going to pick up there. They're good. And as far as beers are like here in the UK, it's one of the better ones. It's priced very well. So I'm going to give it 4 stars. I'm going to keep the shtick at 4 as well. I'm not going to change any other starings for it. It's just a really good beer. I would highly, I would highly recommend getting it if you've not tried it, and whack it on your Tesco order on your 3 for 3. But other than that, listen, guys, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, really appreciate all the comments, the likes, and stuff like that. And please enjoy the rest of the content, and hopefully we will see you on the next video. Have a lovely day. Take care.